So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of bison breeding, and hopefully by the end of today's video we'll have a really cool looking bison, but on top of that maybe a couple mutations in some of the useful stats. Now speaking of the stats, wait, did I have you on follow? Oops, I must have accidentally just put you on follow somehow. You're definitely still within range, cool. Anyway, so in terms of these stats, I guess we'll start over here because you wanted to be part of the video. Yeah, we've got our amazing melee stat right here. This thing is absolutely insane. 54 points. That's very, very nice. It wasn't even like a 150. It was a 145. In fact, I think that all three of these, yeah, you were a 145 and you were definitely a 145 as well. I tamed a couple 150s and yeah, none of them had any stats better than what we got out of 145. So I think 145 is that might be the perfect level or something. I mean, clearly. But anyway, yeah. So out of this bison right here, we have 47 points into the food, which is very good and very useful because we actually have Fatty 1 as one of the traits that we're going to add on to our final bison. And then we also have that incredible melee stat right there. Bear in mind, it does have a slight imprint on it because of my one skill, so I don't know the exact true values of these stats. But yeah, we're not fully imprinted, just a little bit, so it's not going to be a crazy amount more on top of what you see right there. But yeah, still pretty good. Right here, we have Buffalo, which was our original few bison that we tamed. And one of them came out with 48 points into the weight. And I completely forgot that I had that amazing stat, and I kept taming more to try and get a good weight stat. But I already had this the entire time. So yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. That actually happened in the last episode. And yeah, with this one right here, 48 points is going to be perfect. And again, bear in mind, this thing is fully imprinted, so it's going to be slightly less than what you see right there. Over on this side, we have, again, 47 points into the health, 47 points into the stam. I feel like all of these things just ended up with like 47 points into something, which is a little bit weird. But anyway, yeah, so quite good health. You know, something slightly higher would have been nice, something into the 50s, but I will take that for the moment. And then right here, we have 47 into the stam, which I think is perfect. We don't need any more than 3,000 stamina almost. Bear in mind, the imprint doesn't affect stamina at all, so that is the true value. But on the health side of things, it does affect the health, so that is slightly increased by 30% or whatever of the imprint. So anyway, I've been breeding them together. I might have a couple more in here to be able to check on. Do we have what I need? So this one is gonna be the product of... Wait, you're not close enough to breed with them now, are you? I don't think you are. You better not be, because I don't want things messing up. Who are you breeding with? No, you already have a baby. Never mind. Let me actually just get you on follow and put you back over here. I don't even know how I managed to actually whistle you. Let me just move you right there. That's perfect. Amazing. We have a baby just popped out right there. And what do we have in here? So let's just start on this side. This is a product of the health and the stamina, which I actually have combined in this baby right here, which is almost fully grown up. I'm looking to try and get a female of it before I put those two away. So let me go ahead and get rid of you, because we don't need you. You are also health and stamina, and you didn't get the health. You are the other side of things, but you don't have the weight. Yeah, this is it. You know, we just have to keep doing this until we get all of the good things together. This is health and stamina combined, but it's on another male, which I don't need. And then you have the weight, you have the melee, but you don't have the food. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Anyway, in terms of the actual traits that we have to add into these final bison here today, let's see. So we have Fatty, which we can add on, and I might add on Aggressive. I don't know if I'm going to add on Giant Slaying, because I don't really care too much about that one. We'll see. Maybe we could just add it on. I mean, I can delete it afterwards if I don't want it in the final bison. But the other thing that I actually have is 30,000 XP in my Drakeling on my shoulder, so... Yeah, we're going to be able to add that on to our final bison and immediately give it a crazy ton of levels and then immediately run out and start destroying some big creatures. Now, you probably have some questions. Where the hell are we? What is this building? Well, this is the early stages of me building our barn. I haven't actually properly started it, but I did want to have some place to do the breeding here today. And yeah, I'm working on the barn design. Not all of it, just kind of like trying to get the front and like the shape of it done, because that's the really complicated part. In fact, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll probably know that I somewhat kind of figured out what I needed to get done, and you may have already seen the very front of the barn at this point right now. But yeah, so unfortunately, I'm wanting to do something very complicated, and to do that, I'm gonna actually have to add a mod temporarily to just turn a structure, and then I can remove the mod afterwards. But yeah, the unfortunate thing is we do have to add a mod in And yeah, we'll go over more of that in the actual video where we build the barn, which should be pretty soon, because I do want to get this whole building off the ground and get going, because it's gonna get used quite a lot, so I'm gonna need it really, really soon. And then on top of that, you may also see we've moved the poop silo. It was like a little bit further in this direction over here. I moved it over to essentially connect to the barn, because I saw in quite a few photos of like barns and stuff that you would have some sort of silo beside it, probably some sort of like grain silo or something, but in our case it's going to be a big poop silo. And yeah, so the actual space that we have inside of this area is going to be 8 by 14, or sorry, 12 even. And then we'll have like a little kind of area out here that I don't know what we're gonna do in, but I'm gonna have a little bit of an outstretched roof that's gonna go over that. Again, we'll get to that stuff in the actual barn video, but I assume that some people are going to be very confused if I don't even mention what the hell we're doing and where we are. Anyway, do we have the next few? We have... No, you don't have the food, but you do have the other few stats. Man. All right, what about you? You have... You're a product of the health and the stamina, but you only have the health. We're getting really unlucky here. I've killed quite a few of them. So, yeah, we need... we need those stats, man. Goddamn. All right, let's see. Wait, I mean, this one's fully grown up, so I guess I can replace this one with it, and then, yeah, let's go ahead and just get rid of you. Ooh, meant to hold down this, so I'll just pop this one out. Boom. It's already fully out and fully grown up. That's how long we've been at this already, and you are mating with that one, and you can go away because we don't technically need you anymore. Pretty sure that one has the that one had the fatty stat that I took, or trade even. This one right here is oxygen frail, which is not really, you know, important at all. So you hopefully can produce a female offspring that can maybe breed with the male that I might get out of these two. Again, I have no idea what we're going to end up with. It's going to take a little while before we have that. But when we do, then I'm going to combine all those stats together, and then I'm probably going to get like 30 female bison in here and then 1 male, and we're going to do our whole mutation stacking. In terms of the stats that we're probably going to be working on, I'm thinking definitely going to want some... Oh, by the way, that is the health when it's fully imprinted. So that jumped up by like 1,000, I think, which is kind of insane. But yeah, in terms of the stats that we want to stack the mutations onto, I'm going to want some health. And I'm also going to want the weight and probably also the melee, because all 3 of those are pretty good. We probably don't need any on stam. I might do like a little bit, but maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, and then by the end of today's video, we're probably not going to have a crazy amount of them stacked up, but I'm going to keep working on it, and then eventually we're going to have amazing bison that can probably take out the final boss of this map. But again, that's all for another day. Today, the focus is a little bit of stat buffing, and then on top of that, we want some really, really cool colors. So yeah, guys, drop a like, and I'll catch you in a little bit, because this is, again, taking absolutely ages. Come on, hurry up. Poop it out. I know you have it in there. God, you're so close. Okay, so it's been some time, and yeah, right behind me we have all of our stats together in the one stack. So I went for 20 into the health, weight, and also the melee. I was gonna also try and stack stamina, but in all honesty, yeah, I think I stacked like 2 or 3, and then I was like, you know what, it's probably pointless. I really doubt that we're gonna need more stamina than that, but I do like having extra weight on these things, and my game just crashed. What the hell? Okay, great. We okay? Game? We good? Okay, great. What was I saying? I don't have my items yet. Wait for it. There we go. Cool. Anyway, so what was I saying? Sub to Sausage Party. That's what I was saying. But also, so stupid. Anyway, we have 20 into all of the useful stats, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think, you know, obviously I'm going to go further with them, but 20 is where you kind of, like, get a huge decrease in, you know, the stacking, so I figured I'd get to this point, and it really hasn't been too difficult, because we've got just a lot of bison over here. In fact, I'm actually afraid that this is already full. It's almost. Okay, cool. We're still a little ways off. I couldn't remember how many was in there before I started recording. Anyway, so yeah, we've got 112 female bison right there. This is how you do, you know, you're stacking really, really fast. It's just a matter of collecting more and more females. So initially, what we had was just like this amount over here, which I think is like 30 to 40 potentially. I don't really know. And then yeah, we just kept breeding, and I just grabbed a bunch more females and then chucked out another side. And then I figured, you know what? Might as well lock that little guy right in right there. So, yeah, he's surrounded by just so many females. I don't know if he's actually breeding with everybody. No, he's not breeding with these ones. Interesting. Yeah, they're a little bit too far away from him. I know there was one over here somewhere that he wasn't able to breed with. Don't exactly know which one. Also, I need to get them more food because some of them are not full on food. He seems to be breeding with all of these ones here. Yeah, so he's not breeding with every single one. Unfortunately, this one's just not getting it. In fact, this whole line's not getting it at all. I've only just noticed that these ones are, though. Anyway, so, yeah. We have the product of it right here with actually some pretty cool colors. I mean, that's amazing looking. That almost kind of inspires me for what we could do for our guy. So, yeah, I might actually end up keeping these mutated colors right here. So we have the red on region 1, which obviously is part of the fur. And then we have the black on region 4, which, yeah, I mean, that's like most of the rest of the fur. I think, what was it again? Because I know I got the black before the red. I think the whole kind of area here is all just black, and then the red kind of goes on top. And then it just adds a little bit around the rest of the body. I know that this region right here is region 0. And that actually lines up with what we have right there. It's kind of like a creamish kind of color. It almost looks a little bit different on the creature. But I'm thinking, if we can get black in that region, then we could do, like, full black fur and then highlights of red, and then maybe try to get, like, some red horns. I don't really know. But, yeah, anyway, so we do have a couple mutated guys over here. We've got a lot more popping in. Oh, crap, we gotta check this out real fast. Hang on. So we're looking for 281s. We've got a decent amount of them there. I'm going to just check for 283 as well. No double mutations. Going to go ahead and get rid of all those guys before that floods. And yeah, let me just chuck the rest of the 281s into here. Boom, and enjoy. So we actually have a ton of them in here. I haven't really looked at any of these. Some of them are fully grown up. Some of them aren't. But yeah, I guess we're just going to quickly go through these things. And I'm just going to pull out the ones that I'm not going to need. Ooh, we got like a purple there. I think region... Oh, by the way, so obviously there's 6 of them across there. Region, like the first one on the left, if you didn't know, is actually region 0. Some people will call it region 1. I'll call it region 0 because that's what it actually is. They go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you know, some people I think would just call them 1 to 6, but you know, I like to be a little bit more precise so you understand exactly where that color is. But anyway, so region 0 is the back part of the body. Region 1 is the highlight on the fur. I'm pretty sure region 2 and 3 are like the horns and then the horn tips. I'm not sure which one's which. So in fact, let's actually find out. If we chuck this thing out, depending on where that purple is, we shall figure it out. It looks like, yeah, it's like the horns and then the horn tips is like the other region. So we could potentially try to get black on the horn tips and just go black and red. Yeah, I think that would look really cool. I'd almost want to call it like Diablo or something. That would be amazing. But yeah, so what region was that again? That was region 3. So I'm actually just going to chuck you into here just so we know what we're looking at. And I should probably rotate these things. How do I do that? It's probably fine. We'll leave it like that. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, let me see what else we have in here. Oh, and then obviously, as you've noticed on our other one right here, you know, we have a crazy, like, lime-ish kind of color right there. That region is clearly not visible, so region 5 is not used, which is interesting because a lot of creatures use region 5. It's kind of weird sometimes when a creature doesn't, because, like, a huge amount of creatures actually do. So anything on region 5 is kind of useless to us. This could be interesting, actually. That's a nice little, like, reddish kind of color. It looks more like orangey, and I actually think that it would look better if that was black, so gonna go ahead and get rid of you. You know, sometimes we don't have to make the creatures all blue. We can go for different colors as well. It, you know, sometimes it works out. Like, I feel like the majority of the creatures I go for, they're all just, like, they turned out to be blue somehow anyway. I just want to look at this one. No, I'm not gonna change my plans. I think I want, like, a black and red bull. Ooh, that would be cool, though. That would be cool, but we're not going for it. I can't incorporate that in with the rest of the colors. It would just look very, very silly. Also, you need to watch this. Because, yeah, they're popping in like 100 at a time every single time they breed, which is every few minutes. So, yeah, we need to make sure that we're watching that. occasionally. So that is the front region. We don't need that. Ooh, I just want to look again. You know, I'm looking. Oh, that is cool. That is nice. But no, you're going away. We don't want you. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna keep going through these things. I'll bring you guys back if I find something cool. Surprisingly, nothing else really in that whole lot right there. Yeah, gonna go ahead and just ooh, how are we gonna do this then? 281s. Okay, yeah, there's only a few. I'm just gonna put them onto my bar. Then that way I'll know which ones are the new ones. So I gotta get rid of all these other ones. I don't need all of those extra bowls. Ooh, in fact, I might actually chuck some of them into the grinder. Yeah, some of them are fully grown up. I'm actually gonna hold on to those ones, I think. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of 281. Gonna go ahead and get rid of pretty much everybody from here down. So any new mutations that are popping in will not be looked at, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm just gonna run the rest of these things over to the grinder real fast. Kill all. Boom. What about these guys? Yeah, nothing great. Ooh, what is that again? That's the highlight, right? Let's check that one out. I just want to see. If it had like the black color, it would be a lot more interesting looking to check out at this point. But yeah, we're not gonna use that. Ooh, God, it's getting very laggy around here. I have a lot of bulls just doing bull things behind me, you know. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Let's go ahead and do that. And I need to run the rest of these guys over. Oh, by the way, I've had a huge amount of people commenting saying, like, that my grinder should be spinning. I'm not entirely certain why it isn't. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about it, though. Yeah, again, no idea. I literally have all my settings on, like, max on this game, so ideally, it should do that. But I guess, I don't know, maybe I accidentally have something turned off. I have no idea. Again, not too worried about it. Let's just keep chucking these things in. This is really horrifying, though. Gotta make sure that I'm also not gonna chuck in something that I need. You know, I like accidentally chuck my griffin or something in here. That would be awful. Or my Solsuchus. Yeah, that's all the bulls. You're gone now. And we have lots and lots of kibble. And a huge amount of spoilt meat in here as well, actually. Damn. Okay. Nice. And a bunch of hide. I'm going to grab that too. Just going to probably let the rest of that spoil out. Over here, I've actually made a slight little change. So I've actually brought my grill down to here because it makes more sense, you know. I'm producing a bunch of meat in here. You know, having a fridge makes a lot of sense. And then having the grill here as well makes a huge amount of sense as well. So, yeah. And then we added some lights in. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Alrighty. How could I have thrown my griffin in when he was right here, by the way? I know. Sometimes I just don't think. Also, I need to pick up my little drakeling because we got knocked out when the game crashed for some reason. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep going until I get some like nice reds or something for the horns. But again, we need that on region 3. We need red on region 3 for sure. Don't really mind what red it is as long as it's like dark enough. 281, we got a couple of them here. Anything nice though? No, it doesn't really seem like it. Yep, gonna go ahead and get rid of all of you. Okay, so this one right here has almost kind of like a reddy orangey kind of color. And obviously it's really hard to see at this point, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. We might end up using that. And then this one right here has like a fuchsia, which again is pretty hard to see, but I feel like that's gonna be too crazy and I'm probably not gonna bother with that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you away. This one, on the other hand, we will chuck into our little thingy over here and just see how it looks when it's fully grown. Unfortunately, it is a female, so it's kind of a lot harder to... Wait, no, sorry, this one is a male, my bad. I thought it was a female, I don't know why, probably because it was... the horns were so small. But, yeah, there we go. We can actually see them a little bit better here. Although the lighting is not helping, it does look like it should suit. So, yeah, we might end up using that. We're actually getting, like, a normal kind of blackish kind of color. Just, you know, from these things normally. I mean, like, it's number 62 right there. It's a pretty dark color. I might end up just using that one. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's on the horns. My bad. Wait, or no, wait. Where is that? So did we have anything else that's interesting in here? Not really. A bunch of greens, a bunch of other crazy colors. Unfortunately, none of it really suits. They're, like, zipping all over the place here as well. Kind of hard to like make sure I'm checking everybody else when it feels like they might be moving, but it's all good. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, we got a black color right here, and again, pretty hard to see if it suits. I guess I can move it into the light though. 1 second. Let me chuck you over here then. Again, it's gonna be pretty hard to see. I'm not on the correct one, am I? Nope. Come on. There we go. So yeah, I feel like it probably works. You know, it's not the exact same color as the other black, but the other black has a bunch of red mixed into it anyway, so I feel like that should be okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one with that one over there. So you're actually, yeah, you're a female. Our one out over here is a male, so when you're fully grown up, I'll just breed these two together to get those colors. And then, yeah, we're still waiting, of course, on that one to grow up, and we're also waiting on this one as well. That one's actually looking a lot better now. I've just noticed it. Ooh, I almost kind of like the silver tips on the horns. It makes it look like they're really bloodied. Oh, you know what? It would have been cool to do the horns as like white and have the tips as red, because then it would look like I'm like goring people. Ah, that would have been amazing. But yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna hang on to that one anyway, because it kind of suits with the rest of it here. Unless we get a black there and we can get red in the other spot. Oh, that would be really cool. Red tips would be a lot better. Ah, man, I don't want to be breeding for much longer. I just want to try these things out. I really do. Yeah, I also need to clear this out very, very soon. Let me see. Anything cool? We've just gotten a red for that region, so that actually could work. It's kind of a lighter red, so it might not be as cool, but yeah, let me... Oh, we got an actual black on that one. Well, I might just use this one instead then, because that matches the other one. Nice. Okay. That's cool. Just getting all the things I want right here. Wow, it was just sitting in there. I don't even... Has that been in there for long? No, it's literally just come in. Okay, cool. And we've got another black color right there. What is happening? Okay, game. We're just getting everything we want. I really need something like a black on region 3 then. Game, give me that, please. I feel like I've probably checked the majority of them here, but again, kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and clear it out because it's gonna fill up if I don't. In fact, how many? You know what? Nope, there's a couple stacks of dino balls in here. We should be good. Let me see. So what did we have again? We had this one here. Wait, it was this one? Yeah, this is the one with the horn tips. Kind of hard to see. Let me just chuck you into the little display thingy and see if that looks cool. We might have to wait for a different red on there. I'll put you into the correct one because you should be in this one. Boom. Here we go. Nope. I hit E on it, but it didn't go in. There we go. Nice. Is that right? Am I understanding the regions correctly? Maybe it's too dark? Not really sure. Anyway, we're gonna wait for this one to grow up. This one will not breed with that one, but I do have a female version of the stack right here, obviously. So yeah, when this one's fully grown up, we shall breed it with that one, get that black in. We're not gonna use this other black that we had. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I have no idea, but yeah, cool. We're getting there. We are totally getting there. Just a little bit more to do and maybe some more colors to potentially collect. So yeah, see you guys in a little bit. So we have the final form of our bison right here. And yeah, let me just show you. It's kind of amazing looking. So first of all, about the horns. I did a little bit of testing because I found a really, really bright color. And I've noticed that this region on the horns actually kind of, it changes the color heavily. So what I did was I hopped into single player, made this part black, that part red, and it didn't look good at all. So if we had have gotten a really good red for this region right here, it wouldn't have looked the way that we'd want it to look, which is like this color. So yeah, that's really unfortunate because I feel like it would be amazing to have just like red tips on the horns like we were talking about. Again, it would look like we were like goring a bunch of creatures. But yeah, just in general, this thing looks amazing looking. I really, really like the mixture of the red and the black as well. And yeah, I really like it, man. Like, it's very simple because it's only like 2 colors realistically, but I really like it. Anyway, so here are the colors all together. Pretty sure we had all these before. Obviously, I've used this little red right here, and again, it doesn't really do anything in terms of the looks. That could realistically be any color that's even slightly red or orange or anything, and it would probably look somewhat similar to what we have right here. But yeah, regardless, really, really like this thing. The stats and everything, of course, are all in here. We have everything combined. So we also actually have 1 stamina mutation on top of that as well. It does go up by a bit with the stamina mutations. It goes up by like 100 with 1 mutation. So, you know, 1 point being 50, and obviously a mutation carries 2 points. So yeah, Yeah, it's definitely pretty good. Not gonna argue with the fact that we have one extra stam mutation on top of that, but yeah, anyway, we need a cool name for this thing, and I'm not calling it Red Bull, okay? I'm drawing the line. We're not calling it Red Bull. Red Bull would be a cool... No, we're not calling it Red Bull, okay? I want some cool suggestions. I do like Diablo or something, but I feel like that's gonna be super overused, so maybe we can come up with something that's really, really nice and suits what we're going for right here. So yeah, one thing that I'm actually gonna need is the saddle. I've been trying to look away from that one when I was like trying to show off the bull itself, because or bison, whatever, because... Oh, did you guys shift a little bit? Oh crap. Oh wait, no, never mind. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, no, I forgot. I did this. There we go. I was like, wait, we can go through the door and can grab the saddle, but yeah, no, I completely forgot. Yeah, I added some secret doors in here so I can actually get into where he was. I can't walk him through, but I can walk him around and move him around in there once he's in there. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up keeping this little stack of bison here for a little bit, which is gonna make it a little bit awkward for when I want to actually build my barn. I might just have to keep them in here the entire time, because like I'm gonna want to continue stacking those mutations. I didn't put like a crazy amount of time into doing this, you know, compared to what we could do. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna want a really, really strong bison, and you know, 20 mutations into each of these stats is great, but we can go a lot further than that. We totally can. I'm maybe thinking we get to like 50 on each of them. That would be kind of insane. But yeah, anyway, let's pop this on, and I could probably go ahead and get that painted up at some point. I do need to make some paint. I don't even have any at all. I've only ever actually managed to paint my hair because we ate those berries, as everybody remembers, right? Here's the other thing. I did add on all of those traits, so here's what every one of them does. So obviously the fatty one is gonna slightly help us out. If I can find a better fatty one, I'll definitely breed up a new bison and pop that on. But yeah, the other one is aggressive, which is also one that if I got a better one, that would be great. So whenever this creature deals damage to non-allied targets, it gains a slight movement speed buff for 5 seconds. So I like that, because a creature like this, you're gonna only really be hitting once, and then you're gonna run by and then do another run. So yeah, that's definitely a really good trait for this type of creature. And then giant slaying, I don't really know if I want to bother with it. You know what? I'm actually gonna take that off so we can get some like true values instead of I'm probably just gonna get rid of it, to be honest, completely, because I'm not a big fan of that one. You know, you deal more damage to larger creatures than smaller creatures, but you know, I'd prefer to just deal good damage to everybody, you know. Anyway, here is one thing that I should do. Oh, I've logged off and come back on, so let me quickly grab my little drakeling. So I want to give you all of this XP. Nice. So now we have a ton of levels. Okay, so yeah, the other thing is, obviously you can see our saddle here slightly broken. This is like the visual kind of glitch type thing. I might fix it just to make it look normal, but yeah, it's a weird ASA thing. Saddles don't really break, but they can get worn down like this, which I don't know, is that a bad look or a good look? I feel like it kind of maybe weathers the creature a little bit. I don't know. Let me see. We are probably gonna pump up that health a little bit. That goes up by like 1,000. Let's get that up to like 25k, I think. Yeah, 25k is good. We could go to like 30 though. We could go to 30 and it wouldn't really take that many more levels. How many is that in total? 13 levels to get this thing up to 30,000. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. The weight itself is really good. I'm probably not going to need to pump that at all. That's going to help out a lot because I constantly over encumber batch the bison. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, there we go. We have 34 levels currently into the melee, and probably the rest of the levels will go into that melee as well. Let me give you the gift of spring to try and heal you up a little bit. So yeah, obviously he's going to be healing a bunch when we're running around, but yeah, let me see. Let me get a nice hit in on something here. Probably could have tested out the damage before leveling, but I didn't, so there's that. Let's go heads down, and here we go. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I hit to attack, but it didn't attack. We've been having some issues lately. We really have. Let me try that again. Is that a dodo? That's one of Jim's dodos, I think. Yeah. He just... Okay, cool. Great. So what was that number? I didn't even get to actually read that. I think it said like 2,200 or something. Let me see. Let me hit you. Boom. Yeah, oh, it's like a bunch of 2s in a row. Damn, all right. Yeah, that's kind of amazing damage for the moment. Obviously, you know, we can make him stronger. And I missed that one. I guess I didn't time it well. Let's attack now. Boom, we hit him. Perfect. Look at that. So, yeah, the other thing with the bison is that they're actually pack creatures. So I think, like, the annoying part about them is the ones that are following you do not keep up speed with you. So it's kind of pointless to actually run around and do these attacks unless, you know, you've got tons of bison everywhere and somehow they're keeping up with you. It's just not going to happen. So, I do like the idea of getting the pack bonus. I guess we could stand right beside all the other ones here. We should have the pack bonus. Let me just hit you normally. Oh, I almost chucked him into there. Oh my god. Yeah, so like we're dealing really, really good damage without... I'm also noticing we're killing a 145 Anki, but it's fine. I actually tamed up, I think it was a 150 recently. So obviously with the pack bonus, we're getting a ton of extra damage there. Let me run far away where we're not going to have all of that. We'll see how powerful we are now. Yeah, so we're getting like, you know, we're doing very precise numbers. That's very strange. Like 2222 and now 500. Like, what is happening? Also, why are all these Ankis high levels? Can we just like fight a low level so I can kill a low level? And the 666, look at that. What's happening? Oh wait, I thought that said 150 for a second. Anyway, yeah. It's very strange. What was I saying? I'm just getting so distracted by all these stupid numbers. Yeah, so like doing this charge attack with a pack is just not a thing, you know? You're not gonna have them keeping up with you. Like, you'd have to have other players with you. But these guys get a +6, so you could have 6 females following you, and you know, occasionally when you're getting into big scraps, I guess you could go ahead and get a nice little like skirmish going. But just doing the charge one, it's not going to be for that at all, I don't think. So we're not going to bother getting a big pack of them. But I guess if we are going to fight like a boss or something, obviously we're going to be, you know, we're going to have a bunch of them in there with us. I want to get a full charge and then do the heads up. I think it does the same damage, but I'm not 100% certain. Let me try and aim for this Anki here. Do it now. Got him. Yeah, it does the exact same damage. And obviously it does a stun on top of that. That's a 150. What is 145, 140, and now a 150? I'm just going to stop touching these Ankis because clearly they're all high levels. What is happening? Seriously, game. I'm so confused. Where's this? All these Ankis, man. I'm killing them all. I should have been taming them all. I really should have. We're going to head to that, I'd say, at some point. That is fairly far away, but look at all these freaking sheep. But yeah, we definitely want to check out and see what we got. I don't mind killing high-level Ovis, although if I kill a 150, I'd be kind of a little bit sad because I've been holding out to try and tame another 150 at some point. Here we go. Let me get you two. Perfect. Okay, let me maybe take down some Rexes and Allos. And naturally, all these guys are going to be 150, so here we go. Boom. Oh, boy. All right. We just keep running around, horning everybody. And let me do a nice little turn right here. Get one of these going. Boom. Okay, nice. Oh, my God. I'm just destroying all these guys. They're both 135, but it's fine. I've had some bad luck with the Allo taming. I don't know if we're going to continue that at all. Like, every single Allo I've tamed has had not great stats, so yeah, it's not super worth it. Let me just keep bouncing them up into the air. Unfortunately, they're bleeding me, so I'm not able to, like, run around, or else I'd be actually just properly doing the attack. Here we go. Come on, you. Now you. Now, maybe you. There we go. Okay. Yeah, still bleeding. Still bleeding heavily. Bleeding all of my own blood. Come on. Here we go. Oh my god, these things will die. Okay, we got that one. Nice. All right, now you're dead as well. Did we get all the brains? I think so. Although I think there was another one. I'm actually going to just check and see. Because, yeah, no, there is another brain somewhere. Let me grab that. Boom. Also, right now, we should be gathering up a bunch of XP that I guess, you know, if we can get up to 30k again, that would be great. We can pop that onto this thing. And then, yeah, give it like another 30,000 XP. We could probably try and max out this thing at some point. Could happen. I'm actually kind of curious. If I had like a bunch of Drakelings and I just went around, like, we could potentially do this. We could run around and like level each of the Drakelings all up to like 30,000 and then just dump like 120,000 XP onto a creature, like a brand new creature. And then, yeah, it would just be amazing. Like, straight off the bat, you know. We wouldn't even need to do anything. Here we go. Got you. And now I'm stuck. This is what I hate about the bison. Please, wild card, allow us to harvest them. I don't even care if I get any resources. We're not close enough to the barn, right? No, we're not. That's good. That would have been bad. That would have been really, really bad because I'm pretty sure they're not all on heed. Or not heed. Don't obey group whistles, whatever the hell that is. Yeah, so, ignore group whistles. There we go. That's the word. It always says heed because then when I hover back over to check and see if it has it, then you can switch it back on. So that's why my wires got crossed there. Let's see. Let me take out all these things. Boom. All right. I should really be checking their traits, but it is what it is. We are doing it. I guess I can check out the traits on the babies and see if they have anything good. Let me see. What do you have? Fast learner. Not a bad one, actually. Not a bad one at all. Kingslayer, that's for alphas, so, and bosses as well. So probably could add that on to my final one. If I can find Kingslayer 3, I'll definitely do it. That could be really, really nice. Look at this thing. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not going to check out all the traits and everything else because I'm not going to want to tame a bunch more of these things. I've already tamed enough of them. Hello, you. We want to be killing hyenodons whenever we see them. Not because Axe wants to tame them, but because they give a lot of XP. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm really happy with the bison. It's definitely going to be great. We need to obviously continue out the mutations, get that up a bunch more. That's a 150. Okay, we're just, yeah, I'm going to kill you anyway, because I think I've killed your parent. So, yeah, it's fine. We could claim it, but, you know, we've already started the mutations. There's really no point. It's fine. I mean, we could replace the stats still, because that's how it works in ASA, but we're not going to do that. Anyway, let's actually go ahead and check out that crate. Let's end off the video over there because I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. We're definitely going to want to check that thing out ASAP. Look at this place. It's just full of corpses everywhere now. I was literally just running around killing more things there for a second. And boom, another high-level Anki. Yeah, Ankis are just going to have to be untouchable now, I think, because it's not... I keep just killing them. I just keep killing high levels. Oh, hello. I didn't even see those things pop in. Oh, I know I have another treasure map somewhere. I don't know where I put it, though. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, passive. Everybody's on passive. Why the hell did you start attacking? That's so unnecessary. Level 145 Bronto. Now I'm stuck inside of you. Oh, we have the pack bonus, though, so we are doing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of damage. Let me just do the left click because I think it's a little faster. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Getting you all horned up. Here we go. Almost. Almost there. We've lost our bonus. And we've killed a Bronto. Now I can't get out. Wait, is this map the one? I have another one. Where is it? Oh, bro, I don't know where I put it. I know I have another one, though. I have no idea where I put it. I'm going to have to find it. All right, found it. I'm just going to go ahead and use the pulling system. It was inside of one of my chests. Yeah, it's like a day or so old. Cool. All right, so we're getting quite close to one of these things. I don't know if it's the Horde crate or I don't know if it's the an actual treasure chest. I have no idea what we're actually approaching right here because they all just say Horde crate. So yeah, whatever it is, I guess we're gonna find out. It might be the Horde crate. Whether or not it actually was, it might just be it anyway. So yeah, let me land down. Hopefully, you know what? I'm actually gonna land down up here because these things are very susceptible to breaking. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I'm always nervous about my creature running through it and breaking it. So I don't know what this was initially, but there we... Oh my flak? What the flak? That is... Bro, that's good. That's really, really good. Oh my god. That's incredible. We already had this. The sword is new. That's amazing. This is fantastic. That's going on immediately, and that's going on the ground immediately. Yeah, there we go. Now, how have we bugged this out? Because it almost looks as if I'm gonna get a bunch more Dragon Horde crates. We very well might have done this and somehow bugged it out. And if we have, then holy crap, that's a huge exploit. Got a bunch of trank arrows, did we? What the hell? Got a bunch of kibble? Yeah, we did get that, right? You know, we totally did. That's a crazy amount of Broth of Enlightenments. That's going to help us actually make more of these things. I think, maybe. I don't actually know. Wait. No, it probably won't because it's going to be on me and not my little Drakeling. Unless that's how it works. I have no idea. All right, let's not do that. Let's land down peacefully here. There we go. Now, is that going to give me... No way, it did. No, it didn't. Okay, never mind. So it knows that it's not supposed to be... Oh, wait, I have it right here, don't I? It knows that it's not going to be a dragon crate. It knows it's going to be a treasure chest, so... We didn't actually bug it out in the end. I don't know which one that was. That looked like it might have been the Ascendant one. Yeah, it was the Ascendant one. So, 2 more to go. One of them super far away. It's not going to be worth it, I know, but we're going to do it anyway. Got to show the people the treasure. Yeah, that flak chest piece is ridiculous, though. We need to use that when we fight in the Ice Queen cave, just so I stay alive. Like, that is... that's ridiculous, man. What the hell? All right, another dig. Here we go. Let's see. This is just a basic one. Okay, we got some really good stuff from the basic one. Okay, great. Let's see. Let me add some more stuff into my guy here. We're getting heavily encumberbatched. Gonna drop that. We don't need that. There we go. Just trying to clear up a little bit more weight because we've got one more to pick up. This one's super far away, though, for some reason. It's, like, on the opposite side of the snow over here. So, yep, let me head all the way over there and maybe possibly get something trash. Or the Ascendant long neck. It's got 420 damage and 0.69. And its durability is 1,000. That's what we're getting. That's what we're getting in this one. Could you imagine? Well, I don't even, like, if that did happen, I would probably have to cut out this bit of me saying it. But also, you know, I don't control what's inside of these treasure chests. If that does happen, it might be more impressive if I keep this bit in. And, you know, then we'll have evidence that I can will things into existence. And that I'm some sort of, like, loot god, I guess. It's probably going to be something trash, though. Let's be completely honest. Whereabouts is that? Okay. Is it safe to land down here? It should be. It's kind of weird that we bugged out the name on it, but it, yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't bug out anything else. We just bugged out the name. All right, let's see. Oop, I always have the shovel out because... Here we go. Let's dig right here. Okay, give me that long neck. No, but we did get a really good Terrorbird saddle blueprint. Ridiculously good armor on that. That's stupid. That is incredibly good. It's not even that expensive as well. That's the disgusting part about it. Like, that's expensive, but, you know, that's 174 armor. It should be way more expensive than that. So, yeah. Anyway. Guys, I think that is going to be it for today. Yeah, some really great loot right there, obviously. But on top of that, we have a really, really great bison that now we can use to potentially horn a Giga to death. We'll see, though. It's probably not going to happen. Yeah, guys, that's going to be it. And I will catch you in the next one with maybe more loot. We'll see.